Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings. I did survive the tornado. So good news for everybody. I did survive the tornado. It missed us. It went up north, and that is what that's what happened there. Enlightenment, otherwise known as Stacy. What's going on? Paula, what's up? Andrew, what's going on? Bloshi, welcome. JJ. And it looks like I already need to ban somebody. You know, it hasn't been 1 minute in the stream and already I gotta dish out a ban. So let me take care of that. Where's that person there? And goodbye forever. That's great. Okay. Anyway, back to the normal scheduled programming. Latanya, welcome. Amy, Shannon, Jessica, James, Boo Boo, Lauren. Who else we got? Light Energy. We got a billion people. We have 35 people, and we started 10 seconds ago. Sarah, Linda, Nakona, Wendy, Ashley, Katie, KSW, and I think that's everybody. Love apples. I think that's everybody. Place is packed. It is packed. It literally action packed at this point. So, I mean, that's what you kind of need, right? I mean, it is one of those days where you need it to be action packed just to be interesting. Anyway, this is my tarot tower. Okay, we're going to catch up on yesterday's readings that occurred before the tornado hit me. And we're going to do it that way. Crystal, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Marissa, welcome to the stream. I mean, we got it all going on over here. By the way, if you want this deck, it comes in Thursday. So we're going to unbox it on a video. We're going to look at it, make sure it looks good. And if it does look okay, then we are going to post it for sale on my Etsy site. Link in the description if you want to pick that up, by the way. And not sure how I'm going to price it. Let me look. Probably similar to last time, maybe a couple of bucks more. I don't know. Let me see what happens. U.S. Games doesn't ship outside the U.S. That's disappointing. Well, it is named U.S. Games, I got to say. Anyway, Sea Turtle last night before the tornado hit me and scooped up my house into the air. Well, not really. Why doesn't my daughter dump her man? Ooh, look at that. And look at that. Actually, we're going out on a limb here. We are literally going out on the proverbial limb at this point. I'm going to say that she does actually dump her man. Okay, he hasn't gotten to that point yet, but he is scooting right along that edge. He is not shy. He is not shy at all with that, right? Here's the problem. It is the retired banker, the King of Pentacles. I think he just has too much confidence in this, basically. Too much confidence. He's like, she's not going to dump me. This is not how it's going to go. And then the other person steps in. The other person steps in. And now she's like, wow, that's a big upgrade. That is a big upgrade from that other person. I'm just saying now. And we have the Three of Swords into the Five of Cups. A little bit of a disappointment feel as she dumps her man. And the Eight comes in as well. Eight is kind of interesting. There is another solution basically to this. We're going to draw one more card. It's in the back of my mind, and I want to see if it's legitimate. Oh, man. I mean, that may mean something interesting. Or he dumps her. Somebody's dumping somebody, basically, is what's happening. It's leading there. It has been leading there. You really can't avoid it at some point, but yeah, somebody is dumping somebody. So it's not going to stay forever. And, it's going to be there a little bit longer, but it's definitely not going to be there forever. So there is that. There is that indeed. All right. We had another one. We had Nima. Am I doing a right thing by not communicating with Joseph? Nima, let's find out if that's going to be something that you can do or not. Nima K. Not communicating with Jay. Is this the right thing? Is this something that we should do? Or should we just break out and start talking to Jay immediately? That's an option too. I'm not ruling this out at all. We're going to use the witch for this, by the way. And Marissa, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Antus, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Everybody's here. Everybody is here tonight. It is just bursting at the seams with action, adventure. I mean, I'm just saying, it's going to be one of those nights where it's going to be out of control. Last night was out of control because we had a tornado, but tonight, no tornado. All right, there's no tornado in sight, not even around, nowhere around here. I think it moved into some other area. Yogi, welcome. What is going on tonight? How are you doing? Is it a good idea not to communicate with Jay? In other words, did I make the right decision? 9 into the 10? I think so. I think so. You delivered justice, right? Justice was served. There you go. Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, justice was served. Jay really got into that area where they needed this. They needed this. They were asking for it. This has been coming. It's been building up and whatnot. Strength says both of you were able to survive. It's not going to be a big deal at all. It's one of those things where you just need to take that, use your intuition and say, I mean, what I did was correct, right? What I did was correct. If you didn't do that, I think you were going to develop more problems. I think things were going to flourish a little bit worse than they were. Yogi, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. The 9 into the 10 of Pentacles basically confirms, yeah, that is a good decision. This is where you want to be. Val Mary, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. But yeah, the 9 into the 10, leading into the happy home. Decisions lead to the happier home, happier place. Justice was served, and have strength, because it's going to be difficult not to call Jay. It really is. And you have to sort of have that strength, have that that persistence as you go through this, because if you talk to them again, I don't think we're going to be back. It's going to be difficult to get back here. I mean, basically what I'm saying. So yeah, I think it was a good decision. It was good indeed, and you definitely need to hang on to that. All right, we got one more from last night. We got Peter. Peter wanted to know something. Peter wanted to know, should I get the Thoth deck? We're going to read the Thoth for this. I mean, I'm just saying, Peter, should I get the Thoth? Let's do that. We got another donation. Renault, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Of course, we're going to use the Thoth to read the Thoth. I mean, what does Crowley say? What does Mr. Crowley say from far away? Is he going to say, no, don't get my deck? I mean, you know, it's a little bit too advanced for you. Is he going to say, I don't really know. It depends on your mood. But it's definitely an advanced, intermediate to advanced deck. That is for sure. But once you get it, once you start playing with it, it really does sort of rhyme and all of these other things. All right. It's going to be a while before you fully grasp it, right? You got the little Hierophant there. It's going to be a while before you fully grasp it. So, Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. I think it's something that you need to do, though. I think it's something that you need to do. You have the action. You have the emotional component. I think it's drawing you. I think it's asking for your attention. And giving it that attention is going to be very, very important. Sarabi, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. And the Hermit, okay? You need to walk this path alone in a lot of ways. There's some things about the Thoth, in particular to you, Peter, that need to sort of communicate with you on a one-to-one basis, rather than have a book, rather than have, a video showing you what everything is. I think you need some of that. Obviously, everybody could use that. But a lot of the Thoth for you is going to be a one-to-one sort of interaction, sort of learning it by looking at it, learning it by slow studying, and just sort of getting to know the deck, getting to know the cards. And that's going to be the big component here, is just have a personal relationship with these cards. And once you do, once you get that going, that is going to be pure magic, my friends, because this is my favorite deck. I have to say, this is my favorite deck. Stefan, do they have real intentions towards me, or what's going on? Crystal wants to know. Crystal needs this information. Crystal, let's get you the best deck. Let's get you the best deck in the tower. By the way, if you're new here, this is my tarot tower. It holds 80 decks of cards in a beautiful presentation. You can just reach up and grab the cards. You don't have to put them in the box. You don't have to take them out of the box. You don't have to do any of that garbage. It just magically works. It just magically works. And that's why the Tarot Tower is my favorite thing in the world. It is. Andrew and Cowboy Dan joined. What is going on, everybody? It is rocking tonight. We got Tuesday night. It is tomorrow's hump day. I can't wait. And we did survive the tornado. I know everybody's like, did you survive the tornado? Thank you for all your well wishes, by the way. I appreciate everybody letting me know that, you know, they're glad that I didn't get sucked up into that, because if I had gone to Oz, I'd have been pissed. If I would have got sucked up into that damn thing and it dropped me down in Oz, okay, I'm going to go to the castle. I'm going to break down the dude's curtain, and I'm going to slug him in the head with a bottled water. Speaking of bottled water, all right, what are the real intentions? Let's look. 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords, and 2 of Wands. They want a connection. They want a connection. We see this, right? Obviously, they've made a connection. They've reached out. They've gotten in that point where they're like, I need to talk to you. I need to have some communication happening. And that's where the 2 of Wands is, right? Emma, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. That is where the 2 of Wands comes in. It says, yeah, I need to communicate. We need to have some action happening. 8 of Swords and the 5 of Cups combo, though, says this is not exactly the best interaction. It does have a lot of hills to climb. It does have a lot of things that need to be handled before you're sort of 100% in there. And you see that with the King of Pentacles, right? This person definitely is coming in with an agenda. They have a particular thing in mind. They definitely want to pursue certain things. They're not just coming in just altruistic and just saying, hey, let's sort of flow with it. Let's see what happens. It's more of an agenda. It's more of a focused goal. They do have it. Now, can they get that focused goal? I don't really think so. I think a lot of sort of their expectations, a lot of where they want to be and sort of some of the things that are going on there aren't really realistic. A lot of these are sort of either fantasy, overreaches, things that they're just trying to do a little stretch goal is just not going to happen. That's where you see the disappointment with the 5 of Cups. It's almost like that they get disappointed, you get disappointed. Basically, you have just sort of an agenda rather than just sort of casual intentions here. But it does come across as casual intentions for the most of the time. So they're very good at sort of presenting it as that flavor. Anyway, there you go. So yeah, a couple of negative cards in the middle there. Sorry about that. I wanted to give you good news. I wanted to hand you the best news of the night, but that just wasn't there. Hannah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Man, we're rocking tonight. Tonight is rocking, my friends. This is rocking. All right, let's see. Marissa, how will my fall semester go? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see how that fall semester works out by using a Poe. Using some Poe there. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, we'll do Poe. We'll do Poe. The next one, I'm going to do the Golden Tarot. That has been so unused for so long. We got a ton of people. We have a mountain of people in here. We're going to have to do a magic trick. We'll do a magic trick after Marissa's reading. So we'll throw the money. We'll do the Rubik's. What do you think about it? Now let's throw the money trick. Everybody loves the money trick. It's so easy to do. It's always ready. I really, really enjoy the money trick, I got to say. One of my absolute favorites. But anyway, fall semester, it's creeping up on us. How will it go? Well, first off, you're ready to leave. It's one of those semesters where you're just like, I need to get out of here. This is a little bit more than I had anticipated because you have a lot of people that are literally on fire over here. I mean, look at this. They're literally on fire. I mean, it's like everybody's there, right? You got that 5 of Wands. You got the conflict. You got the fiery action. A lot of things are happening with this. It seems that it's too much, too fast, and it just comes out and just goes, boom, there it is, right? That's what you don't want sometimes. Maybe it's a little too much. And because of all of this, you're just trying to escape. It feels like, oh my God, this semester really needs to get over quickly because it's going to drive me insane. 8 of Swords. Good news with this semester. says that there is a lot of things that you can get done. There is more opportunity than you have ever imagined when you go in there. You're just like, whoa, this is a lot of stuff that I could do. I could chain this up. I could do these particular classes in the row. There's a lot of things that you're really going to have fun with and sort of be creative with. It's sort of going to release your creativity as well. Couple of the classes as well really sort of make you think and make you reevaluate some stuff. And the Fool says this is a good launching point for you, right? Even though it's a bit hectic, even though it moves a little quick, you are ready to get out of there. It's one of those. The Fool says leaping through, getting through into the next thing is going to be huge for you. It's going to be really big for you. Melanie and Nakona, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. It is hopping tonight. It is rocking tonight. We have 10 billion donations, and we've been here 10 minutes. Oh, no, 20 or 15 minutes. Anyway, it's one of those nights. It's one of those nights where it's just going to be out of control fun. Going to be out of control fun. And speaking of out of control, we're missing a card. I left it. And I knocked over my buddy. The Slow Tarot. Don't worry, buddy. You're okay. I'm sorry I knocked you over. I'm sorry. Forgive me. All right, Marissa. Oh, I said I'd do a money trick, didn't I? Let's find out. How the money trick is going to go. So, yeah, there's that. All right, it's a money trick, right? We got 1, 2. Okay, you need to buy a deck of cards off of Kickstarter. And unfortunately, a Kickstarter deck costs a gazillion dollars. You need to get it, though, right? It's one of those where I need to buy something off Kickstarter. All you do, you snap your fingers like that. And then you have enough money to buy one Kickstarter deck, right? You got a couple of 20s, you got $100. You got enough money for a Kickstarter deck. That's all you really need in life is one Kickstarter deck. And right now they pretty much cost $100 each. So it's good that you can do that. You can do this with your own money. Take all of your bills out now and try that trick. It works every time. I'm just saying, you can just sit there and have fun all night reproducing 100 or ones into 20s. You gotta have the magic. You gotta have the magic snap, and that's where it works. Bart Man, what's going on? Maria, welcome to the stream. By the way, if you're new or old or indifferent, hit that like and a sub button. I greatly appreciate that. It lets YouTube know that this place ain't half bad. As long as it's not half bad, I'm happy. And hopefully somebody else is happy other than me as well. Anyway, okay, we went to the next question. For Sunflower. Playmate for Chico. Is this going to be a thing? Another pit bull. Should I get it? Man, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We need a playmate. For this. Maybe. Is that going to be a good thing? Harafat says this Chico's kind of a dominant pit bull. Chico's kind of dominant there. You're going to need to do a slow introduction. Look at that expression. Look at this expression. Look at Chico is not too happy. Chico is not pleased to see that other dog. He's like, what? Who is that? I do not want that dog around me. He smells and he's trying to sniff my butt. The other dog is trying to sniff my butt and he smells weird. I don't like him. So I don't think Chico's going to be too happy. Don't think Chico's going to be too pleased. You do have the King of Coins. Chico will get accustomed to the new dog. It's just a matter of having patience. But, don't expect Chico to be all, doing herkies and celebrating the new arrival. Queen of Swords as well. I think the other dog is not really going to know what to do. Other dog is going to be very confused with that. You got the Three of Coins. The other dog's kind of wandering around. He's got more people here. He's trying to figure out who's who and whatnot. That just happens. That just happens sometimes. So, that is what is up. Renee, welcome to the stream. Renee, I survived the tornado, Renee. I survived it. I used my tornado superpower, and I got rid of the tornado. Okay, let's see what we got. We got a lot of donations. Trying to catch up. Val Mary. Yogi made a donation. Yogi, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. I said that so much twice. I really appreciate when I say it twice. Anyway, we go to the next one. The next one is Val Mary. What is coming for me in love? Val Mary. And let's see about that. What in the world? Thou Mary CLP. What's coming towards me in love? This is so weird. The I don't know. My application is really reordering the donation. So sorry if if we're off by one or something. I apologize in advance because my application and the YouTube, what it reports to me on the screen is a little different. It's a little bit different. So we'll see. We'll see with the Grimalkin Tarot, right? The Grimalkin Tarot is here and it is rocking. It is rocking. Let's find out about this. See what is happening. We got who's coming towards me in love. You do have a Two of Cups. Somebody's coming. Somebody's headed your way. That is for sure. The Star as well. Ooh, that is nice. Somebody you really synchronize with. Somebody you really understand you. Somebody that really sort of empathizes with you as well. Definitely a water sign. This is not going to be a fire sign. No doubt about it. This is a very relaxed. This is a very sort of, not as logical, but more of a sort of an intuitive person. They're sort of going to come in, they sort of rock the house. I mean, they're just so relaxed. They just so have this sort of a presence about them that everybody likes. There's one of those things about them, right? Sel, thank you for your good wishes. I appreciate that. But yeah, that Two of Cups is definitely going to meet a water sign. Two of Swords. So you're not really sure what to do with them, though. You're not really sure where to categorize this particular person because they have a lot of unusual aspects about them, some of which you're just not used to. And nothing ever seems to bother them. That's kind of unusual as well. Six of Cups overall, it's difficult not to friend zone them. It really is. It's difficult not to friend zone them. They aren't as dominant, I guess, or as sort of assertive. And sort of you're like, I'm not really sure what to do with this. But that's the whole thing is I'm not really sure what to do with this person. The Star says hang on to them, though. Definitely somebody you want to have on your side. Definitely somebody you want to have around. Keep that in mind, and that is going to be the big one. All right, my ex reached out. What are his intentions? Renoa wants to know. The ex is calling. The ex is calling. They're ringing the phone, and they're like, hello, what is going on? How are you doing tonight?
I love you.
And you're not really sure, like, why they're calling. They may be calling for some, they may be calling. They may be calling about the D. They may just be calling to see if they can borrow a cup of sugar. I don't know. Is that still a thing? Is that still a thing? Does that still work? Sheila, welcome. What is going on? Good to see you. Do people still borrow a cup of sugar? Because you can get it like at Sam's Club. You can get like 50 pounds for like $3. I don't know. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there for chat. Is that still a thing? Is that still a thing? Anyway. What are their intentions? We got to see, right? The Five of Swords, not a good intention. The Nine of Swords, not a good intention. The Magician into the King of Wands, a little bit of a thing here. They know how to press your buttons to get what they need. That's sort of the feel we get, right? The Magician into the King of Wands. They have that feel. They know the buttons to press. They know where to tickle you to get the thing going. I don't know. But yeah, the Magician into that King of Wands says that there is a level of command over you. There is a level of, sort of, I don't know, not really control, but, sort of influence, a little bit of the influence action. Good intentions are not. It doesn't look good at the front, right? You have the Lord of Defeat. Hazel, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. You have the Nine of Swords, some coming in with some baggage or something like that, right? Yogi, thanks for your question. I appreciate you. But that Nine of Swords, a little too worried, a little too back, a little too... Basically, they want to sort of pick up where they left off, but more in a casual state. That's it. Pick up where they left off, but more of a casual state. So that's where you got. You say LS. Is that Laura? Is that Laura from like a year ago? Laura, is that you? Let me know. Laura, did you rename yourself to Rhinoa? Anyway, basically, if you haven't been around for a year, I don't think any of you have been around for the entire year. LS is Laura. That was somebody that when I first went live, they were here and they asked a lot of questions, and they're a very nice person. So I'm kind of curious if that was them or not. Anyway, Renoa, let me know if you're Laura or not. Headstrol, what is going on? Good to see you. All right, Linda wants to know, how do I reduce drama amongst my employees? You pay them money. You say, look, I'm going to give you $100 today if you don't do drama. That's it. I'm going to give you $100 if you can ease up on the freaking drama, please. I mean, please ease up on the freaking drama. It's just as easy as that. But I mean, other than that obvious thing, we're going to use the Bumbleberry Hollows deck. And there is, those were my initials. Okay, Renault, I didn't know. I didn't know if Laura was back. You never know. He never forgets anything. That's true. I never forget. Okay, if you come on the stream and you are here, I would say more than twice. If you come in the third time and if you donate at least once, I will remember you for the next 10 years. I mean, does anybody, okay, chat, back me up, chat, back me up. People come in the stream all the time, and I'll name almost the date that they were last in the stream, even if they were gone for like 3, 4, 5 months. Anyway, Cowboy Dan, does it work with relationships too? I don't know. You mean my memory? I assume so. I mean, I don't know. Who blocked me? Picasso, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yogi, thank you for your other donation. Yogi, I was getting to you. All right. We need to reduce drama. Chat will back me up here. Chat will back me up. I'll name like a date somebody was here. Anyway, reducing drama is about the Four of Pentacles. You need to, and the Queen of Pentacles. It's not really about money. It's just about sort of, you know, where these people are. They do cause drama, but it's only certain people. One of those, right? If they do cause drama, it is only certain people. It's not like a particular person is just, I mean, all the people are causing the drama. You have a little bit of a mix with a couple of problematic people. And to get the problematic people sort of away from the people that are sort of, you know, the people that they're having the problems with. Elsa, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But yeah, the Queen and the Four. So you do have a little bit of drama, but it's only particular people. The Tower says if you don't get it under control, you are going to have a big problem later. This is not going to be a freebie to where you just sort of separate people like in third grade and then it magically works. Holy crap, we had 65 people a minute ago. But the Tower says you definitely need to get a command of it, get a hold of it. If you don't, you're going to have a problem. You can get control of it. You can't get command over it. It's a matter of taking the people that are the problem, talking to them, telling them to shut the F up. And I mean, you know, just sort of cool that stuff down and definitely keep them away from the other people that sort of reinforce them, because the couple of people that are causing the problem sort of feed off of each other. And if you sort of get them separated, if you talk to them and so, you know, just stop. That's going to help quite a bit, keep them away from the people that reinforce it. Because I don't think, so people cause drama because they get attention from other people. And if you sort of stop that loop, it just really helps a lot. We got 10 billion donations, by the way, in case you wonder where you're at in the queue. You wonder where you're at in the queue. We are here. We are like over here. And all of these we need to go through. So be patient with me. I apologize. I know if you're new here, this is kind of normal. This is kind of normal. So I apologize in advance. But anyway, but Yogi wants to know, should I continue communicating with G or not? Should I cut him off? Should I tell him, hey, G, you need to chill out. You need to chill out, my friends. Oh, we did the Thoth already. Let's do this one. This one is one of my favorite, the Light Seers Tarot. That is a nice one there. Wild Child Tarot, what a great name. Welcome to the stream. What is going on? I appreciate everybody joining me tonight. It is a Tuesday night, and we are action-packed up in it. This is the action-packed stream. I mean, you go on, you go onto the YouTube, you want to see some tarot thrown down. This is the place to come. This is a place to hang out. And I'm here every night. So, I mean, pretty reliable, right? You're like, I wonder if that dude's streaming. Well, yeah. Stacy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Thank you for not going to Oz. You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. I'm glad that I didn't end up there because I can't stream. I don't know what the internet is like in Oz. I don't know. Who knows? It could be terrible. It could be just packet loss city. Communicating with G is good for you. Is good for you. And basically, yeah, this is a big yes. We're going to go with a thumbs up. I mean, it does feel like communicating with G is sort of where you're at, right? Maria, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. Communicating with G is literally going to be where it's at. So let's see. Android not now available. I don't care about that. Let's move that and move that. And okay. It looks good. The Emperor, I think that you do feed off of each other. You do have some good stuff sort of in that mix. Two of Swords, I think that you do have a blend of two different worlds, right? I don't think G and you have the same communication style. I don't think G and you are so compatible that it's just boring or it just stalemates or anything like that. I think the Two of Swords, you have two different worlds, sort of blending them together. This gives you empowerment. I do think that you have weaknesses that they are their strengths and vice versa. The Wheel of Fortune, this is somebody that is going to be around for a long time. Communicating with them does you well, does you good. Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory as well. It brings you good things. So absolutely, absolutely. This is a huge thumbs up here. I'm just saying, Yogi, you should be communicating with G right now. I think you should give him a call right now. I think that you should give him a call right now. I mean, just go ahead, just pause the stream. I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. I have 65 people watching. I'm going to be here. But I want you to just go ahead and give G a call and say that Tarot Oracle sent you. While you do that, though, we are going to see Sarabi and find out, using the Dark Mansion Tarot, will J reach out or not? A simple yes or no question, right? You need 3 cards. I can't give you a yes or no. That's boring for me. I need a little more action. I need a little more adventure, right? We need more depth in here. And I mean, the Ace of Swords says yes. We're going to do the thumbs up immediately with the Ace of Swords. The thumbs up is in the way of the Ace. Can I move? Can I move? Can I move it? Okay. The Ace of Swords says yes. You're looking at somebody reaching out. You're looking at somebody communicating. You're looking at somebody picking up the phone and giving you a call, just like calling G, right? Calling G, somebody else is calling G right now. Ace of Swords is the communication has started. The Star, it needs to get done. It will get done. The Star is something that you follow. It lights up the sky. It gives you a place to follow. It gives you a place to look and all of that good stuff. That's a fantastic thing you got to do right now. You got to do right now because the Star says you are connected in that way. Communication will happen. Four of Pentacles says they're really reticent, a little bit on the hesitant side. They're like, oh, I'm not really sure. But I think the more they think about it, the more they sort of blossom into it. I think the better off it is. That's the bottom line right now. I say absolutely yes. That's a yes. I mean, you don't want a yes or no question just be a yes. How dull is that? How dull is that? If anybody ever does that, just stop watching. Just stop watching that stream. I'm just saying, that's my opinion, entertainment purposes only. But yeah, that you got to have more context. You got to have more context. How will my connection with R going to be like? Ooh, Emma, do you got a date? Emma, do you got a date? Do you have a new date? I'm just saying, Emma, we're going to go, this might hurt, Emma. I mean, no offense. This might hurt. I don't know. But what is the connection going to be like? Is it going to be a strong one? Is it going to be a weak one? Is it going to be a really, really weak sauce? I don't know, but Isabella Rotman knows. And Isabella Rotman says that Queen, and the Three of Wands, it never gets to where you want to be. It almost seems to just never reach the point that you were looking for it to reach. It either stalls out, or something happens, or something just gets in the way. Not really restrictions per se, right? Samantha, thank you for your good wishes. I made it through. But yeah, the queen in the queen. So there's the emotional component to the connection, absolutely. But almost like a little bit of a power struggle, or a little bit of a, where should I go next? Or something like that. It just seems like it's just not intuitive. It's not easy. It's not a gimme. A gimme where you're just like, hey, this is not really a problem at all. And the Three of Wands is just constantly something missing, constantly something sort of a little bit like that. You just got to put up with it. So yeah, you're looking for easy street, you're not going to find it. You just aren't, right? That Three of Wands says, not so much. Not so much. But Emma, good luck. Good luck with all of that. Isabella Rotman gave you a little bit of a Rotman kind of reading there, but that's the way it goes sometimes, I guess. Anyway, Hannah wants to know. My son keeps taking his wife back after having multiple affairs with his friends and his groomsmen. Jesus. When is he? Oh my God. So she slept with everybody this dude knows? She slept with everybody this dude knows. Well, I assume that eventually she's going to run out of friends to sleep with, and maybe come back home. I mean, I don't know. That sounds really toxic indeed. I mean, after she slept with everybody he knows, okay, let's have a talk. At that point, you got to stop making new friends. I mean, if you make a new friend, she's going to sleep with them. That's just terrible. Oh man. Let's get a good deck for this. This is a good, I'm not saying that Gregory Scott has slept with anybody's friends. I'm just saying the Gregory Scott Tarot is a good one for this because it has a lot of symbolism. It has a lot of good stuff. Let's throw it down, Hannah, and find out why he keeps taking the wife back. At some point, she's going to run out of friends. Maybe she's pretty. Could be. I'm assuming that's why he married her, that she's pretty and smart, and I don't know. I'm not going to guess. We're just going to go with it. We're going to go with the flow. We're going to go with the flow. He ought to dump his friends. Sheila's got a good point. I think Sheila makes the best point of the night right there. Yes, she has slept with all of them. Oh my God. I'm not gonna say that. Okay. Anyway, what is finally gonna happen here? Okay. Obviously, he has an unrealistic expectation of what she's gonna do. We knew that. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles says that he constantly wants to rebuild the relationship. He's like, I'm out of friends. I'm fresh out of friends. Can you stop sleeping with them? He's thinking, I'm going to rebuild this thing with her, right? I'm going to rebuild this thing with her. And he's hoping for like the world, like this great ending where everything works and everything's great. And you have the Ten of Cups with the family situation. And we're finally going to be together. We're finally going to have the things that we need because I'm out of friends for you to sleep with. And the sun says the sun will shine over the Ten of Cups and everybody will be fantastic.
Hooray!
But that's unrealistic. He has an unrealistic view of what is going to happen or where this is going to go because, I mean, like his ex-wife says,
everybody loves the D.
So I think that you just have a problem with unrealistic expectations. He thinks he's going to build structure. He thinks he's going to build things back where they were before. He thinks everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be sunshiny. And there's a lot of hope and a lot of ambition here, right? A lot of too much optimism, basically. But that's how it works. So if you're looking for why, he just wants to rebuild it. He's just dedicated. And you should, that is the divorce. I don't know. Is it? Wait a minute. The son keeps taking his wife back. Yeah, it's probably time to get a divorce. But I mean, I don't think he's going to do it. Obviously, by nature of taking her back so many times. General for May. Let's move on to something a little more positive here. We got high hopes. Running out of friends. I mean, it's true. It's true. You know, eventually you run out of friends, and you know, I don't have any more friends. Can you just come back and settle down with me? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. That was a rough one. That was a rough one indeed. General for May. Let's look at it. Let's look at it and get tested. You probably want to get tested. That is true. You probably want to get tested. You took her back for the 7th time and now things are itching and a burning sensation. You need to go to the doctor. A general for May. Let's see about that. We have the 6 of Cups. I think that you have the return of an old friend is what I say for there. Immediately, almost immediately, you have a return of an old friend. The 6 of Cups into the Empress is somebody that you knew that you just kind of fell out with, and maybe they haven't been around as much. You sort of miss them. That is one thing for May that you're going to have, Nakona, is a return from an old friend. I think that one of your either exes or somebody that you know basically goes through a breakup. I mean, there is that. They go through a breakup. But yeah, the 3 of Swords indicates that you do know somebody or you do sort of have somebody in mind and you sort of going through a breakup. You may have to help them. You may have to console them. That's sort of where the 6 of Cups is too. That's a good friend card. You may have to console this person and whatnot as per that. Empress and the King of Cups is overall, it's a pretty emotionally stable month. I don't think there's a lot of just huge things happening. I don't think you win the lottery. I don't think you go broke. I just think that there's a bunch of stability kind of things. We got the old friend. We got somebody in your life that has a breakup. Got a little bit of an action there, as it goes. Melanie wants to know, what is my purpose? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, Wild Child Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. Oh, man. Elemental Wisdom Tarot is next. It is next. Neon Lights Cosplay. What is going on? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, everybody. Everybody is here. Everybody is rocking it tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody being around. And let's see what's going to happen with this. What is my purpose? The 5 of Wands, you do tend to stir up things a little bit. You do. You tend to stir up things a little bit, right? Not saying you like the drama, not saying you like the spice, but you think that you stir it up. I think it's part of your thing where you just want to get to the bottom of the root cause, the bottom of sort of where you're at. And that 5 of Wands says you want to get to it. A lot of times, if everybody's really comfortable, if everybody's really sort of, a little too comfortable, nobody brings up the hard topics. Nobody gets to the bottom of everything, what's going on. You don't really hear real interactions, just like surface talk or something like that, right? That 9 of Cups as well into the 7 of Cups is sort of interesting. You have a lot of problems with getting your goals met. Right? You just have problems with getting your goals met. You put in the 7 of Coins, you put in that effort, you do, and then you end up with the Tower. It's like some of the goals just don't happen. They don't get to where you need them to be. They just never materialize. Part of the problem is the amount of passion that you put into it and whatnot. And, there's also all sorts of interesting things that happen with that. I think the biggest thing here, as far as purpose goes, is just sort of getting to the meat of the issue, If that causes trouble, if that causes things to resolve differently than they were resolving before, I think that's not going to be a problem. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But basically, you're an investigator. You're somebody that gets to the root of the problem. You're somebody that finds the problem. Could be great with employment. Could be great with sort of social interactions where you need to maybe even counseling, right? You need to sort of get to the bottom of things, get to the root of things. That could be something that you just are good for with that method. But anyway, but that's sort of where we're at. That is sort of where we are at. All right. Let's see. We did Val Mary already. Did Mana talk sessions. Interest me in love. Mana wants to know love life. LOL. There we go. Let's do that. Let's do the Mana LOL and see where it's going to go for this one. Let's use everybody's favorite, the Tarot of the Divine. The Tarot of the Divine gets it done. It really does. It really does. Yogi is correct. The Elemental Wisdom is from the same people that did the Dark Mansion Tarot. And might I say that both of those are beautiful. I'm saying if that company makes another tarot deck, I'm buying it. There's no hesitation. We're just immediately buying it. That is one of the deals, right? All right. You're looking at Love Life LOL, the Tower. I think that explains it all. That explains it all. Love Life LOL, you get the Tower. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go with that? There's not really a second sentence there. The Tower into the Four of Wands. I think trying to build things, trying to structure things a little bit on the end, right? Trying to structure things your way doesn't always go your way. I think letting loose and letting it flow and letting things sort of develop naturally is going to do you a lot better. It's going to be a lot better sort of situation. Trying to build something from scratch just looks difficult. The Tower says sort of look at relationships, look at love as sort of just this ever-evolving thing that just moves. It just goes and it just goes into the next phase, right? But if you try to control it, if you try to be the emperor, if you try to do that and force into a 4-1 or force into something, I don't think it really works. I think you got to just go with the waves, go with the flow and see where it goes with that. Because a lot of times I think you're sort of struggling and I really don't think it's getting you anywhere. So just sort of relax, go with it, see what happens, and see what the next thing is going to be like, right? What is the next thing going to be like? Welcome all the new people to the stream, by the way. We had 67 viewers a minute ago. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All 67 of you, if you would please hit that like and sub. It makes YouTube think I don't suck. And if I don't suck, then they reinforce me by letting me continue to stream tomorrow. By the way, I'm here every single night at 6:30 p.m. Central. I'm here doing readings, and it's always action-packed. It's never boring. I'm not a reader that just like lights a candle and puts a crystal on the table and then meditates for 10 minutes. That's not me. I just sort of throw it down and I get to the point. And I'm just brutally honest sometimes. I tell you what the cards say, right? There's not much fluff on this channel. That's for sure. We've had some brutal readings in here. I'm just saying. People that have been here a while know. They know sometimes readings can just be straight to the point. The Dab King, I have a skill I want to monetize, and I want to know if now is the right time. If now is the right time to put it out there, you could get the money. You could get the money. Christina, welcome to the stream. What is going on? Christina's close to home. All right. Yes. Putting out there is good, right? Ace of Swords, Lovers, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you're looking at a thumbs up already. We haven't even read. We haven't even warmed up yet. I'm already giving you a thumbs up now. The Lovers means that there are people that want to see this skill. There are people that want to sort of join with you. There are people that want to have that connection. There are people that want to see this and want to buy it, want to get your service. The Lovers is fantastic. I talk about this in my book, which should be here in a week. The prototype, not the whole book. And we're going to flip through the prototype. Anyway, the Lover says that the connection is there between you, your customer. You have what they want. They are looking for this. This is going to be good. Ace of Swords says you need to make that connection, though. You need to have that one-on-one interaction. You need to have enough advertisement, okay? Cowboy Dan, thank you for your donation. You need to have enough advertisement. You need to have enough things rolling in that it's going to be good for you, right? That Ace of Swords, that connection, that is going to be fantastic. Page of Wands is key as well. It says as you begin, you're going to have a lot of stumbling blocks. You're going to have a lot of mistakes. It's going to be new territory for you. You're like, okay, now I need this skill. Now I need that skill. Do I need to hire somebody? Do I need to source this out to somebody as well? DC, welcome. What is going on? DC, thank you for your Patreon support as well. That Queen of Pentacles overall says the money comes. The money comes if you're looking to monetize it. If you're looking to make money, this is how you're going to do it. This is going to be huge for you. Absolutely huge. Huge reading here. This is fantastic reading. Dab King, it literally doesn't get any better than that. I mean, it does not get any better than that. Hazel donated. Hazel had a question. Hazel wanted to know what's new in my love life, what's coming next, and something like that. Something like that. Hazel, let's find out what is coming in your love life, my friend, by using this deck over here. This lonely deck at the top of the tarot tower known as the Shadowland. Christina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Shadowland. What is new in my love life and what the hell is coming next? What is coming next? You don't know. You don't know nowadays. Love life is so volatile. It moves so quickly. You have no clue what's going to happen. What is new? The Ten of Swords says you're definitely going to be breaking up. You definitely have a breakup. You definitely have a, ooh, this is bad. That is bad. That is bad. That is, okay. You need to release somebody. Hazel, do you have an ex? Do you have an ex? Do you have somebody that's sort of hovering around and they're like, Hazel, hi, Hazel, what's going on? How have you been doing? You looking good tonight, Hazel. Looking good tonight, Hazel.
I love you.
Do you have one of those? I mean, something like this. It seems that something needs to get cut. You have the Ten of Swords is a cutting card. It says something needs to go, Hazel. Something needs to go. The Eight of Cups, they need to go the other direction. They need to walk that lonely ass road away, and you just need to abandon something, or somebody's hanging around you need to get rid of. Something's going on, and it's just dragging you down. I don't think it's good for you at all, Hazel. Not in the least. Eight of Swords is actually holding you back. It just says that, right? It is holding you back. You have something going on with that. Wheel of Fortune said getting back to normal is going to be better. Getting back to normal is going to be better. What's coming next? I think that you have a little bit of a break between love. I think you have a little bit of a break, a little bit of a slowdown. I think at least 2 months, you have a bit of a slowdown as it goes, but that's sort of how things go sometimes. The Wheel of Fortune says you get back into the groove. It's going to be slowly. It's going to be sort of a progressive expansion, but overall, that is what is coming next indeed. That is what's coming next indeed. All right, who is next? Speaking of next, we have a gazillion donations. Picasso, by the way, if you're in the queue, it is massive. We have, I think we topped out at 70 viewers, but we are here. We're finally on, we can see the end. We can see the end in sight. So sorry if this is taking longer than usual, but tonight's rocking. Tonight is rocking. It is literally out of control. It is literally out of control, and I like it.
Hooray!
You know who doesn't like it? Picasso. When you block their third eye. Somebody poked you in the third eye like Moe of the Three Stooges. We need to find out. We need to find out who this is, where we can do it, and how it's going to work. Who poked your eye out like Moe and the Three Stooges? I think that you have the Lovers. This is somebody that's close to you. It is somebody that is close to you. It's somebody that you may not be aware of that they did it, but it definitely is somebody close. The Lovers, right? Next to Temperance. It's somebody that definitely has a sort of either like they're not pleased with some things that you're doing, or they're not happy with some of the aspects of what's happening, and they definitely just don't like the situation overall. And you see that with the Five of Swords, like Lord of Defeat. They feel defeated. They feel like they're not getting what they need out of this. They feel like this there's a lot of things that just aren't working with this particular situation. Then you have the Two of Swords, right? So that is the blindness from being blinded with the third eye. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation hosting Empress. Empress, let me know what your question is. If you already asked it, I have no idea because chat is rocking. I can't keep up with this fast of chat. Yeah, the Two of Swords. Somebody did block your third eye. They did poke it out like Mo the Three Stooges. It just happens. It just happens. If somebody is close, somebody who has a bit of that jealousy, somebody who is not really going to be successful in doing that long term, but it's sort of a little bit of a temporary situation, and that is how it goes. All right, by the way, we are ending soon after the next hour, apparently. We're ending soon after another hour of readings, apparently. All right. What does Sean think of me? What does Fabian think of me? Elsa, I remember this because of Fabian. I remember this because of Fabian. And let's see. We're going to go with this one. Yeah, I think this is it matches. This is a Teen Witch. It is the Teen Witch. Let's see what's going on. I mean, we got, Sean think of me. What does Fabian think of me? We're going to do Tina, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate that. All right, we got Sean up here. And then we got Fabian down here. What did they think of you? What did they think of you? This is not a throwdown. Don't get excited. Don't get excited.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
It's not, you need to be quiet over there. You need to be quiet voice over there. It's not a throwdown. This is Sean. This is Fabian. Sean is a bit incompetent. Sean has a bit of a competence thing. We got the Queen of Cups. He comes from a place of passion. Elsa, this passion comes from a place of passion. That's how it rolls. That's how he rolls. Communicating, not a strong suit. Not a strong suit at all. Page of Swords. I'm a little bit on the newbie side. Maybe I don't know what to say. Maybe I'm not like the smoothest person or whatever. But they do have a lot of passion. They do have a lot of love to give. They do have a lot of attention to give. And that's sort of, I mean, if you want that kind of thing, right? If you want that kind of thing. Smothering, Sean, maybe a little bit on that side. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Fabian, though, seems to just know what to say. Just knows it, that Ace of Swords. He's willing to communicate. He has all this stuff going for him. He just seems to know all of the things to do, and he's willing to sort of work as well. He's willing to bend. He's a little more flexible than Sean was. Fabian overall looks just more flexible, looks like somebody that's going to be able to communicate better, be able to sort of, be in that thing. As passionate as Sean, not so much. If you want just pure passion, just a pure ride, no pun intended, I think Sean's it. Fabian is more just of a smooth operator, just sort of a, one of those. But yeah, anyway, so you have a mix. Sometimes you just have a mix and you need to know how to mix it. All right. Samantha, does CG trust and believe in me? Do we have belief? Do we have belief happening? Let's find out if that's going to be the case or not. If that's going to be the case or not. By using, do you want to use another Chiro so soon? Chiro, I'm sorry. I'm not ditching you, Chiro. I'm just going to the next deck. The next deck is going to be this one. Oh, we haven't used the Art Tarot tonight. We have not used the Art Tarot tonight. And here it is. I knew somebody was going to ask. We used to have somebody in chat that all they wanted was the revival art. Like the minute they asked a question, it was revival art, please. Everything was revival art, please. Man, they love this deck. They love to see it, Maybe one of those where you drool over it. One of those where you're just too excited, you know what I mean? A little too excited? I don't know. Do they trust and believe in you? King of Swords wheel and the Ten of Coins. Absolutely. I mean, we're going for the thumbs up here. This looks good. You're looking at the King of Swords first off, okay? This is somebody who can read people very well. They know how people act. They know how people approach things. They understand where people are coming from. And I think CG knows and can read you very well. The Wheel of Fortune talks about what comes around, goes around, definitely on a cycles kick there. They've seen you be believable. They've seen you be trustworthy. They know that you are. There's no reason not to trust you, right? Ten of Coins, the happy family, the happy situation, everybody being on board with with the same train. It's going to be very important here to this person to trust and believe in you because they think that you do have a lot of things that you have to offer. And if they don't trust you, now all of a sudden the relationship, the connection gets a little bit weird, right? I don't think it's there. I think that they have complete trust. They have everything going and it is looking great. It is looking great, Sam. It is looking fantastic. And the next donation we have is Wild Child Terror. Wild Child Terror, are you even still here? Wild Child Terror. I always wonder, oh, Wild Child Terror, just so love and support. Wild Child Terror, I love you. I love you. What?
I love you.
I love you, Wild Child Terror. Thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. And yeah, I'm just saying, there is a lot of action here tonight. This is one of those nights where you just don't know what's going to happen next. This is rocking. I think the channel is really getting it to, where it's just out of control fun. It's out of control fun. Samantha, I have no idea what your other question too is. Samantha, what's your second question? Let me know. Samantha, we'll do your second question. For some reason, my app is not picking up your second question. And that is my fault. That is a bug in my application, but we're going to come back to you. We're going to come back to you. Right now, we're going to hop over to Cowboy. Cowboy wants to know something. He wants to know. Let's see. Cowboy wants to know. Any improvements in my love life in the near future? In the near future. Let's check it out. Let's do a thought derivative. Oh, we haven't done this. Somebody asked about this deck the other day. They're like, when are you going to use, again, my favorite deck, which is the Celtic, the Universal Celtic there. The Universal Celtic. Samantha, my program ate it. Okay, who does Lynn think is a better teacher, worker, Rosemary, or me? All right, I got you. Samantha, I got you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you repeating the question. My program ate it. I mean, by the way, I have a program that I wrote that helps me parse through all the questions in chat. And sometimes it has a bug. Most of the time it works great. But sometimes, I'm parsing YouTube chat and I'm like scraping, not love life, life. Okay, life in the near future. All right. And I'm scraping YouTube chat JSON and trying to find patterns in it, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Any improvement in my life? Eight of Cups says some of the things that are weighing you down leave. I mean, they just exit. Some of the things that are weighing you down, some of the things that are problematic, some of the things that are just a pain in the butt, some of those are weighing you down, and a few of those are going to leave. I'm not saying just absolutely everything is going to just clear up. The sun is going to shine and all the clouds. I don't think that's really realistic. I think the Knight of Pentacles says it gives you new beginnings. It gives you opportunity. It gives you a place to where you can be passionate about things and have them work out, right? You can be passionate about this and have it work out. The Knight of Pentacles traditionally is Nola, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Is traditionally a person with a field of wheat, and they're very proud of their accomplishments. I think you're gonna be able to get to that point once some of these things that are irritants basically leave. Hermit says, as far as things go, being independent is really key for you right now. It's really key for you right now. And you need to focus on that. That's very important. Focus on what is with the independence. What you create with your independence? Because I think that once you have things, because a lot of people just like poo-poo on your idea, or they don't have the same idea as you, or they'll have some things that are just not the same as you. Going it alone and launching forward with what you know works is going to be the best solution. It's going to be the best solution. Definitely in there. That's going to be one of those things, right? All right. Christina wants to know a little general. We're going to use a Thoth derivative deck. By the way, we're ending eventually. We're ending sometime soon. Yeah. It's one of those nights where it is just, it is literally like rocking. So yeah, we had 67 viewers at the cap. So that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I can't believe 67 people want to see what I have to say. I mean, that's crazy, but it's awesome. It's awesome at the same time. Anyway, General. Oh, sorrow, the root of water. I think that you have something that inspires you emotionally, and it's coming, and it is coming, but it's coming at a price. It's coming at a price. It's almost like that something that you've been hanging on to, something that you've been sort of hanging your hat on, or something that you've been either expecting or sort of moving forward or just having a feeling about that is pretty excited, has ulterior motives behind it, right? Something like that. Basically that root of water, something that is inspiring, something that's joining you, something that is sort of in a creational aspect. It's making you search for something emotionally and expand emotionally and go forth emotionally. And the devil has it that basically it's, has a little bit of a price to pay within that. So yeah, the ace into the devil, a little bit of a price to pay with that. Or also there could be sort of an influence there that's not good to hang on long term. Sorrow says that I think that you indeed will have some just not really depression, but you'll have some moments where things just aren't going your way 100%. And it just feels like it's demotivating, right? You want to get this done. You want to get that done. A lot of things are just demotivating. A lot of things are pulling you back. A lot of things just aren't working sometimes. And you have to sort of navigate those and be able to sort of figure out which one is more important, which one is going to be key, because I don't think you can have everything all at one shot. The Queen of Wands says, go forth and do things that are passionate. Don't hold back with passion. A lot of times you'll have moments where you just literally hold back with passion. You don't sort of go forth. You don't go forward. You don't get that fiery feel that we have here with our friend, the Queen of Wands. And purposefully going forth with passion, releasing the deep passion within you is really sort of revitalizing and brings you to a state that you really needed to be in. And then afterwards, you're so relaxed and you're so back to normal and you feel like everything, it just works. Everything just glides. So release your passion. Don't hold on to it. Let it all out. And that is going to be one of the key factors there. For Empress, we have a donation. Boo Boo, thank you so much for your donation for Empress. What does Empress wanted to know? Where is Empress? Let's see, where is Empress went? Where did Empress go? Where is Empress at? One of those nights, pretty action-packed. Does anybody know Empress questions? Empress Welsh Dragon, you still here? Let me know what your question is. In the meantime, let's go back to Samantha, who posted their question. And Samantha's question was, what does Lynn think? Who is the better teacher, Rosemary or me? Let's find out with a throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
It is indeed that time of the night. It is time for the throwdown, indeed. Who does Lynn think is a better teacher, worker, Rosemary or me? We're going to go with Rosemary up here. We're going to go with you down there. We're going to go with you down here. Yeah, release your passion, especially on Saturday. Release your passion, especially on Saturday. Okay, what does Lynn think better? Okay, Rosemary is here. You are here. Lynn thinks that Rosemary has a good connection with people, very empathetic, knows what to say, has a good sort of connection, has a good sort of movement. It really feels like that they know what to say to get this person involved, to get this person excited and whatnot. Really knows what to say, right? But how far can Rosemary take it? It doesn't seem like Rosemary can handle that for a long period. It doesn't seem like Rosemary has a lot of the other skills that are going to pay the bills. So very lacking in somewhat, but very good with connections, right? You, however, have an overall better feel. You have the 8 of Pentacles, which is the work card. You're a better teacher. You have the skills. You have the knowledge. You're able to adjust to change. You're able to flip into the situations and know what to do. You're able to think on your feet better. And you sort of have that skill that needs to get done, right? You have that skill that needs to get done. So you're able to take things and invent. You're able to take things and create. Your creativity is better. You overall have a better global skill set than Rosemary does. At least that's what Lynn thinks according to that. Picasso, did I get you? Picasso, I got your reading a long time ago. Like about 15 minutes or more ago. Anyway, Picasso, just watch the stream, watch the video, the VOD. I'm Terrence, going through a breakup with a long distance Capricorn. I need clarification. I need clarification on what to do and what is going on. Sunflower did get Picasso's reading. It was a long time ago. It had the Mo poking out the third eye jokes. Anyway, you got to remember my jokes. Mo poking out the third eye jokes. It is there. I know you remember that. If nothing else, I make the joke so you remember that I make the read. Anyway, let's use this tarot here. And Tina, the Taurus going through a breakup with a long distance Capricorn. Long distance Capricorn. We need to find out what the world is going on with a long distance Capricorn. Going through a breakup. If they're we'll need to find out. We need to find out about that. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. It just seems time to move on from this particular thing. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Knight of Wands talks about movement. It talks about exiting. It talks about the fiery action and all sorts of movement and fire that needs to happen here. The Knight of Wands, it was fiery indeed. I think that it really developed quickly. I think it had a lot of good stuff. It had a lot of interesting things to sort of hang on to and whatnot. But then it just sort of died. Then you just have death. You have death. It's time for change. It's time to move on. It definitely needed to find something else. Needed to sort of move. Needed to sort of move that. You're feeling that you're soul bound. Tina, I agree with you. The star says you are. The star says you are indeed. The star is basically a soulmate card, right? It's a soulmate card. Not saying this particular person is your soulmate, but it feels that way. It feels like there's a bond. It feels like there's a lot of things happening with that. But that ace says it's time for something new. It's time for something more substantial. Time for something that can be done over time, something that can survive basically time. Because the star says it does feel that way, but it's still time for death. It's still time for the ace. It's time for new beginnings. It's time for change. This whole section over here is time for change, basically, right? Time for change. Over here is what you had. And now it is time for change. That's basically it. It's just really, really a simple read. Clarification is to move on. What to do is to move on. And did you have a soul connection? Did you have a great connection? Was there things that you needed from this? Maybe karmic, maybe other lives? I agree. I couldn't agree more. The star, if you read my books, the star is a soulmate card. I say that all the time. It is some connection that is a little bit deeper and, more energizing, better than most other things. Anyway, Nola, why did my graphic designer Samantha ghost me and not complete our project? Oh man, my voice is going. Let's go over here to the Tarot Tower. We got 2 more reads and we are out of here. And we are out of here for the night. Thank you for being here. This has been it's been hopping. This has been hopping, that is for sure. Let's see, graphic designer Samantha dumped you. They dumped you. That's no good at all. You're moving too fast. We got that. Okay. They thought that you made the wrong choice. They thought that you made the wrong choice. They thought that you dumped too much on them. That you made bad choices. They thought that you dumped too much on them. They thought that there was too much to do. And it's between you and other people that are paying them a little bit more. They're going to go with the people paying them a little bit more. I mean, it feels like it, right? You have the Chariot. You have the Knight of Swords. Two quick movement cards, two rapid movement cards. It feels like that they just need to move on. They just need to move away. The Temperance says that things didn't balance. In other words, you wanted this, they wanted that. You didn't really meet in the middle at some point. It's just like, it's not. The bigger problem here is they had to make a choice between you and other people. And I think somebody else is paying them more. They're like, okay, I got a limited time. I think they got crap going on in their lives. They got a limited time thing. And yeah, they basically needed to move on. I think they basically made more money with somebody else. Sometimes you just need to make more money. Talk to somebody else, do with somebody else. And that's just how it goes. Nola, that's just how it goes. Yeah, they're not going to complete your project. They're going to complete somebody else's project, basically, right? Did not meet eye to eye, and they just had other things. TF Energies again, please. Sending love. Tana, thank you so much for your donation. This is the last reading of the night. Last reading of the night. What do we want to grace the last reading of the night with? That is going to be the Witchling Tarot. The Witchling. Thank you, everybody, for being around for so long tonight. I know a lot of, especially the mods. Thank you, Boo Boo. Thank you, Enlightenment, otherwise known as Stacey. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate that. This has been an action-packed night, but we got to end it. We got to end it with this reading. With this reading, we just have to end it. All right, and figure out. Yeah, sure, Trellis, I gotta go. Sure, Trellis, we're running. We have 36 donations tonight. We're running out of steam. We're just running out of steam. Energies again, very romantic. We got the Knight of Cups. That happens. Very romantic. You have the Nine of Swords, a little bit of a pessimistic, I'm going to come in and I'm going to have all of these things. I'm going to have good things coming in, but do I think it'll work out? Do I think things are sort of happening with that? I don't really think so. You just have that Nine of Swords, a bit on the pessimistic side, or a bit of things just aren't working as well as they should work. Now, I think that TF has a lot of emotions that are involved with this. It almost seems like there's more emotions than what you're accustomed to, or things are just more emotional than they should be. It just sort of one of those things where it's too emotional. It doesn't really make sense. Why is this emotional? This should be just a sort of maybe a transaction. This should be something logical. It shouldn't be something laid out before us. And, and just things like that. Overall, they had to go. They had to bail. The Three of Wands, they're looking out into this ocean. They're looking out into the ocean. They're trying to find something different. They're trying to find the next thing, the next big thing. They're going for it. And if that's going to be abandoning you, maybe, then that's sort of what happened with that. But yeah, the Three of Wands, constantly looking for the grass is greener on the other side type thing. Sorry that happened, but wow, tonight was insane. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate everybody hanging out with me for so long. We will see you tomorrow, my friends.